Hey, deserving listeners, Love is Blind UK, let's watch.
Falling in love with Ollie.
Did they have those before? Now they have Love is Wine. I remember seeing the gold wine bottles eventually, but at least I don't remember them in the first season. But now we have a product that maybe one could purchase.
I'm so confused.
Can I give you an opinion, bearing in mind, like, Sam was one of my top?
Okay.
Ben will make you feel more emotionally fulfilled.
All right, so to catch you up, Nicole is asking Jasmine what her opinion... Well, Nicole is in a dilemma between Sam and Ben. And this would be a good thing to do if you're on the show, if you're in the pods. I'm guessing it happens a lot more than they let on, although I don't know. Sometimes it is clear that people aren't talking with each other. They're keeping their dating private because they don't want to compete or they're uncomfortable or something. But it would make sense that people would say, you know, I'm really zeroing in on two people. You dated all these guys as well. What do you remember? What's in your notes? Or particularly for people that there were longer connections with in the pods, you know. So anyway, Jasmine is telling Nicole, and by the way, in the timeline of the edit, Jasmine and Bobby are already engaged, but I don't know in terms of where this scene is, because I suspect that once they get all the footage from the pods, they will compress certain storylines to kind of parse out the engagements, because that gives people a reason to keep watching, or it sort of breaks things up a little bit. Because my contact on the show told me, I don't know, maybe UK is doing it differently, that all of the proposals, if they're going to happen, I think the cast members are told to do a proposal on the 10th day when they're in the pods, or maybe the 9th and the 10th day. Of course, I'm guessing you could propose at any time if you just said something, but from my understanding, most people wait. And most people would want to wait because there's no reason to rush, and you know, you just want to make sure. So there's that.
Can I give you an opinion, bearing in mind, like, Sam was one of my top?
Okay.
Ben will make you feel more emotionally fulfilled.
Ben will make you feel more emotionally fulfilled. That's interesting. I wonder what that means exactly. Emotionally fulfilled, like emotionally deeper? Is that what she means? And does Nicole agree with that?
It's crazy how similar
you guys are in a spiritual
way. Yeah.
Sam lacks that depth. For me, that was just my gathering.
Yeah. That's in terms of the edit, that certainly seems to be supported by the edit. What do you think?
I don't know.
Listen, I've done what I got to do.
What it is? From day one, Sam told me, like, I think you are it.
Sam's been telling me the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. From our second date.
No?
Wait, what? So now we're running into a Matthew situation? I think this is dangerous, though, because someone could intimate that but not really say it, or it could be misconstrued by someone, or someone could miscommunicate. Someone can also change their mind. They could say, you're the one, and then a couple days later say someone else is the one, and they fail to tell the original person you're no longer the one. Or maybe it's not necessary to say that at a certain point because the relationship drifts apart. I don't know. So it's not a slam dunk indication that someone is up to no good. But the other thing I need to remind myself is that Nicole was just told, right, by Ben that Sam is up to no good, that he's there in a fake way. He's not there to actually get married. So, right. So in terms of the edit, it seems Nicole heard Ben, but who knows, maybe that Ben scene happened after this, because it kind of looks like Nicole she hasn't absorbed what Ben said. If I was to take a guess, I would say that this scene happened before Ben told her that, because if Ben had told her that, you would assume that Nicole would at least have some indication of having absorbed that, because that would be front and center, right?
Way, yeah.
Sam lacks that depth. For me, that was just my gathering. Listen, I've done what
Do you
I've
know
got to
what
do.
it is? From day one, Sam told me, like, I think you are it.
Might Sam be there legitimately, and might Sam have changed his mind? Yeah. But, yeah, it's starting to look... There's more and more data to demonstrate that Sam is not there legitimately. Well, we need a name for these people. Because I keep wanting to say like a faker or someone who's not there genuinely or someone that's just there for clout. Maybe clout chaser? That's a word. That's a phrase, right? That young people use sometimes that I've heard. So clout chaser, that would be a sign of a clout chaser. That, I don't know, clout chaser, that sounds silly. Someone, I don't know, maybe that's probably as good a phrase. If you have a better phrase, let me know in the comments. So if someone were a clout chaser, then that might be a strategy that they would employ. They would, from the beginning, try to lock down as many people as possible. And one of the ways because you would want to ensure that you had someone available toward the end of the 10 days to propose to. And one of the strategies you might employ is to overly commit, because you can always dump those people. If you have 3 different candidates by the end, you can choose one, if that's true. Ick.
Sam's been telling me the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. From our second date.
No? Really?
On their second date, I know enough from my contact to know that the first day is one sweep through all of the 15 people. The second day, you zero in on half of the, or like 8 to 10. You identify for yourself, these are the 8 to 10 people I would like to go on. And the first date is like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or something. And then the second day, it might be a half an hour, because now you're doing 8 to 10 people. So that would be the second day. They're also instructed to wear the same outfit on both days so that they can edit to make it look like it's all one day, which makes sense to me if they're trying to tell a story, If this is edited in chronological order, which I don't know, Nicole would say, oh my God, Ben told me the same thing. So unless, or she wants to be coy about, she doesn't want to tell Jasmine. So let's see what Nicole says here.
Yeah.
I just...
Listen, at the end of the day, maybe Sam is telling the truth. I don't know.
I'll be open to it. I'll be open.
You've got 2 great guys.
That's good of Jasmine to say. She's like, look, maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know. I can't read people's minds. And Nicole's like, yeah, okay, I'll be open to it. I'm assuming there's a longer conversation here. If I were Nicole, I'd be like, what exactly did he say? And what did he say on date 3? You're telling me on the second date, after just meeting you for 15 minutes the previous day, he said what to you now? So, yeah. I'm guessing even Sam wouldn't be that stupid. I'm guessing he would have said something like, I'm really liking you, or I don't know, something more intimated than literally you're at the top of my list to 2 different people. Although, like I said, you could see someone in the moment going, oh my God, you're at the top of my list. And then later in the day, change, oh my God, this person's at the top of my list. So, I don't know.
You will pick what is best for you.
Yeah, I'm going to assume there was a longer conversation there and that Nicole asked more questions, because that's just not enough information to go off of. And you would assume that Nicole would just have a million questions because so much is on the line.
For me, this is a really big thing, okay? Because, like, I've done this before.
I know.
And it means so much to me. I just need to know.
All right, so it was interesting editing where they made it seem like she was going to confront Ben, and then they did a switcheroo. I don't really blame them for that. It's not really manipulative, or it's not lying, really. It's just sort of storytelling. But I will still contend that, in all likelihood, they did some funny editing there in that Nicole, at least in the edit, never said anything to Jasmine of like, oh my God, Ben just told me that about him. But I guess if it was reversed, we never heard Nicole say to Ben, oh my God, Jasmine just told me that. So I'm going to assume that Nicole did say that to Jasmine and they just edited it out, which is funny. But now she, I think, is going to tell Sam or ask Sam, but what's he supposed to say? How is he supposed to demonstrate that he's for real? And if he is for real, what a bummer this would be for him to have two women say, I think you're fake, which, maybe that would be helpful to know for him. Verbally, anyway, he might come across as insincere.
I just need to know if you're here for love and if you're here for
Yeah, but what's he supposed to say? So, well, I'm trying to think if I were her, what would I mean, you don't want to play games. I guess I would just lay it on the table and say, look, I have to tell you that Ben and Jasmine both told me that they think you're a clout chaser. Clout chaser? Is that the thing? And that was not my assumption about you, but how would I know? So I don't know what to do. I don't want to put you on the spot and make you do a dance to prove to me that you're telling me the truth. I think it'd be horrible if you were telling the truth and you were hearing these things. So I'm so sorry if you are telling the truth. But can you help me out here with something? I don't know. Do you know that I'm sincere? How do you know I'm sincere? I would just have a conversation about it. But it'd be really hard. And that's why you don't go on a show like this. Although, people seem to find love here, so maybe it's worth the gamble. I mean, okay, so if you're Nicole, you're thinking, if Ben is for real and Sam is not, and I go with Sam, so I'm guessing Nicole has Sam higher up on the list. Yeah, and we kind of knew that, right? Because Nicole was not really feeling that energy from Ben. I didn't show, there's a little clip where Ben is like, I'm going to really prove to Nicole that I'm here for her and that I love her and I want to be with her. So maybe that meeting hasn't really happened yet. Okay, editors, I'm sure you're not watching, but if you are, see what you did to me and everyone else when you lie in edits. I have to question every scene. I have to wonder, okay, what game is being played on me? That's not a position you want the audience to be in. You want us to believe this is close to reality. Otherwise, it's just a weird, scripted, edited, fake nonsense. Insincere, like Sam. Well, I don't know if Sam's insincere.
for hope of marriage and to meet someone,
Yes.
And she mentioned that she has been burned before, and she's talked about that, right? She's been married before, and although I don't think we knew what exactly was the hurt, so I'll add that to my list. She's been lied to before, ? So cheated on? I don't know. And it makes you wonder, just an hypothesis, if Nicole, because at least in terms of the edit, I think a lot of people, I'm guessing, I don't know. I make these episodes in batches, and so, because in the comment section, I might have already heard from people saying that, yeah, we all agree that Sam is a clout chaser, and I won't know that in my timeline right now. I've yet to actually publish any of these episodes. Anyway, so I don't know if everyone would think that he was, but if she doesn't have a good detector for deceptors, people that are deceiving her, which really no one has, but if she's particularly bad at it, because maybe an early attachment of hers was like that too, and it's a blind spot for her, then maybe this is showing a pattern. It certainly isn't much evidence of that, but maybe Nicole has traumas that leads her to ignore red flags or be overly trusting, naive even. I don't know. I'm just throwing hypotheses at the wall, seeing if anything sticks.
Yes.
Like, no other reasons.
No fucking other reasons. Yes. You have no idea. Just trust me.
And honestly, if Nicole goes with this, you have to ask her, well, what did you think he was going to say? If he's faking, he'll continue to fake. So don't be relieved. There's nothing. You're in the same boat. You're exactly in the same boat as you were before. So yeah, if she goes with this, and maybe Sam is on the up and up, but this can't be what convinces her.
You're the most amazing person, honestly. Like, you really are, and you deserve so much happiness.
And now watch, of course, because I think all the episodes are out. They might have just come out the other day, maybe even today. I don't know. That y'all know that they're married and they've stayed married for a couple years or something, or however long. It's maybe a year since then. And they're the happiest couple. And of course, he was always on the up and up. So, I don't know the situation. If I were to take a guess, well, at the very least, if I were Nicole or her friend, I would say, this isn't enough information. You have two people, one who dated him, Jasmine, and one who is in the male lounge hearing things that, and I just have to assume that Nicole had a longer conversation with Ben about, well, what did you hear him say exactly? So there's that. So you have, pretty good information, and we know that people like that will go on the show. They often will edit them out. I think unless they're attached to someone who ends up being engaged. So there's that, or they become engaged themselves. But they've done that. They've had people who get engaged and they just, it's happened, I think, at least to one or two couples every season where they film them. They even go all the way to the end, I think, and then they just edit them out, or they don't let them go to the getaway. They certainly let them stay engaged and get married if they want to, but according to the showrunner, none of those individuals have ever gone on to get married. Seemingly, a lot of them broke up pretty quickly after after getting out of the pods. But then you have to wonder, would the show put some sort of weird cloud over the couple? Like they feel like, wow, all those people that were watching us, they think you're fake. That would be one thing. It's like, wait, so what do they know that causes suspicion or just a disapproval of the couple? And then it just casts a shadow and that sets in motion a dynamic that ends up to them breaking up.
And I just want to make you happy. That's all I want to do. That's all I've got so much love to give. You just have to trust me. Just trust me, and you deserve it.
Yeah, he's saying similar things. Not everyone is a poet or even self-aware, but I said this last time that if I were in his shoes, I would say something along the lines of, well, I don't know what exactly I would say because it would be kind of nerve-wracking, or what I would want to hear spontaneously from him if I were Nicole is something like, I've never felt like this before, or I've only felt like this once before, and that was, my partner that I had way back when. Was he the one with the? No. I'm looking at what I would want to hear is something like, I've been thinking about you and that thing that you said and the way that makes me feel. And when I go to bed at night, I just can't wait to talk to you. Something that demonstrates emotion and drive and motivation. All that he keeps saying is, I'm going to make you happy. And this is meant to be. And you deserve it. Those are pretty nice things to say, but have nothing to do with his heart. Now, maybe he's just not a good communicator about that.
I know deep down this is meant to be. I had butterflies from the second I heard your laugh.
Okay, well, there it is. Butterflies. All right, that's in that direction.
I just had that feeling, and I just want you to know that no matter what, I'm going to fight for this.
But butterflies, that can mean a lot of things. That could just mean nervousness because you're tricking somebody. I don't know. Ah, man, how would you know? Have we been in this situation before? Usually we're in a situation where Nicole is like, well, they both really want to be with me. How do I choose? But given Nicole's reaction, it kind of seems like she has Sam at the top of her list. Because if Sam was second, then she would say, well, he was already second. So let's go with Ben. Oh, does this mean Ben gets dumped?
I know there's someone else on the scene. I understand, and I respect that massively. I get it, and this process has been an absolute roller coaster. But the only reason why I'm sitting here today is because of you.
Yeah, it's just a lot of platitudes. Again, maybe he is legit in love. Maybe he's just not very good at communicating what's going, or doesn't know what's going on in his heart. But it's just a lot of platitudes.
I just love how I was able to open up, you know?
You're amazing. You're an amazing person.
I really love you. I really do. I really do.
Maybe this is for the best. Maybe they just edited it to make it look bad to give me anxiety. Of course, you know what happens, I assume. But, okay. But, you know, Ben, he's got, not, I don't want to say red flags, but, you know, he's a wanderlust kind of guy. He doesn't want to put roots down. And he's even said as much, if he were to commit to someone, he doesn't know if he would stay in one place. That's what he was saying. So, I don't know, maybe Sam is. I mean, hopefully, Sam, you're legit.
My thoughtful gesture is like cooking for someone.
Carbonara is my absolute ultimate favourite meal.
Yeah.
I like to have it with side of cheesy garlic bread and some fries.
What? some fries.
And mayonnaise.
That sounds amazing. I love carbonara. It's not always in restaurants that have pasta. Whenever it's there, I will get it. I haven't had it in a while. My mouth is watering. But then she just called them fries. I thought y'all called them chips over there. Unless they're referring to something else, some other kind of fries. Then she says mayonnaise, which I'm pretty sure y'all use mayonnaise with your chips, fish and chips. So, fries. Let me Google it. All right, that took longer to find than I thought it would. So, yeah, y'all say chips, but those are the chunkier kind, it says, the bigger ones. Fries are thinly cut. I did not know that. I thought you call them all chips, but you call the thin ones fries. Okay. In Seattle, we call the thicker ones, we call them JoJo's. Well, they have to be wedges, if that makes any sense. I think that's a regional thing, JoJo potatoes. Do you call them JoJo potatoes? Anyway. All right, well, that does it for that episode. Everyone out there, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.